What's up? What up? Episode 10 of the 17th Tee podcast. Your boy Riz here with the coach Hommida after getting a greasy 36 holes in. It's like my 10th day playing 36 holes in a row. That's gas.
Steamy out here today, boy.
What up, B? And we got our guests, Oisin the Dream Devereux.
Fresh out of the dub.
And Matt Mirocco. Not to be confused with Morocco, the country.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
We chilling. We just got our asses handed to us, though. I won't lie.
Fair statement.
Yeah, not good out there.
We went best ball. Me and Jake versus Matt and Oisin. And, Jake, still hard as a rock from his hole-in-one. Came out there steaming. Double 75s for the boy. That's going to take a couple strokes off the gin number.
Yep. Taking that handicap down. You know.
What is the gin number out these days, Jake?
Shit, I'm not even a member anywhere, so I don't have one. Theoretical gin number. You know, I'm probably working off like a 6 handicap right now.
It's nice.
That's great.
Yeah, that's what happens. But hey, we had a good match out here today. We had the boys out. It was fun to see the guys. Haven't seen them in a while. We tore it up. They're used to seeing me play some much worse golf than this. So
yeah.
Very impressed.
Actually, Matt was telling me in the parking lot, he said he opened your car and he pulled out the hickory stick from Ignacio Bosco. And I said, man, he's never played with that. And he looked at me and said, do you know how bad your head has got to be to put that into play in a qualifier?
Yeah, I mean, we played 9 holes at the Gill, and the kid might have had 20 putts in the front 9 and just went straight to his trunk.
When was that in comparison to when he snapped the putter over his
I think
leg?
it might have been right after.
Oh, my God.
What happened that day? He was like...
I got the story.
Yeah.
So, like, me and Hommida playing a nice little match at the Gill. I'm like 5 over through 6. This kid's like 5 up on me through 6 also. Like, I start getting it going. We're doing match.
Yep.
I get it going. I get it back to, I'm 1 down going into 18. I pump it right in the water. Take a drop, hit it on, make my bogey. Hommida laces one right down the middle. Hits his patented hook wedge. Just right of the green. Not too bad of a miss. Pretty easy up and down. Hits it about 10 feet past. Got a nice putt. All he's got to do is like 2-putt it. I guess he really wanted this like 77 or something. He just hammers it 6 feet by. He's got another 6-footer and hammer lips it out.
Oh my God.
Just looks at us and walks off the green and just snaps his putter straight over his knee.
What putter was that?
that was the Black Sky Cameron.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh, but he put an extra stiff wedge shaft in it that was about 37 inches.
Yeah, I made it a little bit longer. I thought it was gonna help.
Well, yeah. One time we pulled up to the ridge and he was like, "Yo, check out this new chicken stick I'm working with." The boy put a driver shaft in his 2-iron.
Thing hits steamers.
He couldn't even get it off the ground half the time.
Yep.
That was grease. Yeah, but no, we had fun out there today, and we played around. It was up and down, but we had a lot of good shots.
Yeah, no, we did. We handed out some free smoke today. Venmo is
Free smoke.
steaming hot. These boys know my Venmo well. Getting prepared for a nice payday, so excited.
How much money did you make today?
50 bones. I didn't even work an hour.
Boy, that's grease. Yeah. What questions you got prepared for guests?
Off the dome, no questions. Just want to let you know that. First time here at Wiltwick. What'd you guys think?
Pure.
Actually, my second time.
I'm sorry. It was your second time.
Come on, Hommida.
You gave him the full experience too. You sent him over to Skiv's place. Shout out Joe
Yeah,
B's.
shout out Joe B. Shout out Skiv.
Yeah, no ladies this time.
Yeah, no mistresses.
Just guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand your golf game if you're playing around here like that. How can you learn to hit 40-yard hooks when there's holes out here that are like 10 yards wide? Where did those shots come
Don't
from?
ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Things happen. Unexplainably juicy.
It's
Bro.
a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle.
Oh man, we've there's just some courses, like, I'm thinking about Fenway, where we went and Jake caddied for me, and I was like, looking at some of the pin locations, I was like, hey, Jake, I don't think this really fits well with your 40-yard snap hook 58 degree.
Oh, God. You got any? I know you were saying you wanted to bring up a wedge story of mine.
This kid, the fourth hole at Devereux, it's about 140 over water.
The Doral.
And
The Doral? Like the Donald Trump Doral?
No.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Doral Arrowwood.
Yeah.
Little junk hole in fucking
New Roch?
yeah, near New Rock. It's in like the Greenwich area. It's a dog pound.
It's for dogs only.
Dogs.
But this kid just hits absolute hook wedges into this hole, and it's just ridiculous. I mean,
Steamers. Like, so
they start about 50 yards left of the green.
They never
every
have a
time I
chance of
played
holding
this
the
hole,
green.
it's like not that hard of a hole. It's
a
140
mental
yards.
block.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't hit this green. I would always pull it into a bunker. I'd hit it in the woods. It was it's a wedge. So one day I was just like, fuck it. I can't handle this anymore. So I aim about 50 yards out in the water. Back foot hook a 50 degree. It lands in the left side of the green, spins about 30 feet right to about like 20 feet, and I'm like, that worked. I might have to start doing that.
That's a consistent method of playing golf.
But that's the only hole out there you did that on.
I know it was.
Like, you didn't do it on 7. Is 7 the other part 3? Yeah, you
Yeah.
never did that on 7.
No, never.
I just didn't get it.
For our listeners who's never had the pleasure of playing golf with Coach Hommida, everything he does is off the cuff and homegrown. Like,
There's-
for instance, at the top of his backswing, he thinks it's a good idea to cover his eyes. and one time I asked him about it. I was like, "Hey, man, you ever like think about getting on plane?" And he was like, "I've tried it. It just doesn't work for me." He was like, "It doesn't work to be on plane, bro."
I'm pretty sure I'd take lessons with Kevin Sprecher just to say I take lessons with Kevin Sprecher.
Just to say you've got the full Spreck effect.
Shout out Spreck.
Shout out Sprecher.
No, but we've played some great courses in our day. Shout out Sean Burke. He gets us on some gems.
Sean
Absolute
B.
gems.
The
Johnny
tailor-made rep of the decade. I pulled up to Tuxedo and I was like, Coach B? This boy was selling M3 heads.
Hey, that's a back-to-back Coach of the Year for
Yeah.
the MAC right there.
Absolutely.
That's a
A
hustle.
true champion. He's awesome, man. When I was in the MAC conference my freshman year, I always enjoyed, when we played with Iona. The guys were cool, and Coach Burke's awesome.
Yeah.
The MAC's interesting, though.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God.
characters come from the MAC.
Yeah. And, well, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I forget his name. What is it? John Summers? Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
What team?
I don't know.
It's
Skate Peasies.
Yeah. It begins with
It's
a
not-
Saint and ends in Eaters. I'm not sure.
It's not important.
Yeah.
It's not important. All I know is his pencil does be on fire sometimes. I'm not sure I've ever seen a kid with who's just able to change a 6 into a 5 like nothing.
Change
It's
that
crazy.
Change that.
Six got black boy. Six got black boy.
Nah. Oh man, dude. Some crazy Mac stories. Like, I remember when I don't want to divulge any names, but the rider coach, G.
Yeah.
Rider coach is a G.
Yep.
He's done well with them.
Yeah, the
Good.
rider
They
was.
lit it up this year.
They did light it up.
How were you guys on pace to take another Mac chip?
No, they were like
Oh yeah, rider
They
was
were
fire.
looking
40 in the country. They were doing pretty well.
Jesus
Their number
Christ.
1 transferred to Oregon.
Oh,
He's
Jake
transferred.
Solomon.
Jake Solomon, yeah, he's gone to Oregon.
Really? Is he
Yeah.
like a senior?
Yeah, I think he's a senior. isn't he? Yeah,
That's
he's gone for
that's a
year.
really weird transition from rider to Oregon.
Yeah, New Jersey all the way across. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but
It's pretty
I don't know.
gangster.
That's some G shit.
Yeah.
So we got a squad down there. What's your
Shout out, Paolo Matti.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Sloppy.
Yeah.
Shout out the
Sloppy
Slop
P,
Master
bro.
Slop. Oh my god.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
You ever get the honor of playing with Paolo Matti?
Only about 7 times.
Oh my, what was your favorite thing about playing with
Bro, me and Paolo Matti played at Bethpage Red.
him?
No.
Yes.
Oh god.
And dude, the kid was just a baller. Like, he didn't hit it anywhere.
Bro, yeah, he hits a 220 off the tee.
He didn't do anything spectacular, and yet he was always shooting like mid 70s, mid to low 70s.
Yo, that's the New Jersey Pub Links champion right there, Paolo
Yeah,
Matti.
put some respect on his name, B.
Yo, he's well known around the Iona College campus as Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Oh man, I don't know. Is it appropriate to share my favorite Snap story?
Oh, God. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't have Snapchat, but Scott, we were in the Binghamton putting green. God, Mom, shut it off if you're listening. So I put it. So
This is no longer PG.
Scott pulls up and he goes, "Dude, you got to see this Snapchat Jake sent me." So he pulls this Snapchat up, and it's there's a whiteboard, and it says, "Days that have gone by since Paolo Matti has eaten ass." And all you see is Jake's hand fly out and erase the 2 and come in with an X-Acto marker and throw a 0 down, and it pans to Paolo shirtless like, yo, the way you erased it too was like,
Oh man, I
That was
miss Slop, bro. He was
Yo,
he was a
he's
legend.
killing it in the New Jersey, what is it, Filipino under 6 foot basketball league these days.
under 6
Under 6 foot, yeah. He's like small forward of the year in that, I believe.
Oh God.
Crazy.
Doesn't he have a brother?
Joaquin, yo.
Oh,
that
Joaquin.
kid's
He's a beast.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
He's the athlete in the family. I'm sorry, Slop.
Paolo invited me to play a
Oh,
match.
why do you guys call him Slop?
Oh, you want
God.
the Slop story?
That's for another
He wants-
podcast.
Nah. He wants the Slop
Oh
story.
God! All right. Tell the Slop story.
No, I think this is how it goes. I don't know if you know the exact
Oh
story.
It
no.
was before.
It was before our time, but
Okay.
the legend goes is that Paolo Matti was out one night, had a few beverages, and saw something that he wanted. He wanted some girl, but one of his boys was hooking up with her, and you know what? Paolo turned to the guys and said, "I'll wait." So ever since then, they just called him Sloppy.
I don't care if you get with her. I'll get with her right after.
Bro, that's a kid who's got his head in the right place.
He was only interested in one thing. He don't care.
A true beta male at heart.
Nah.
Beta man.
Pal is a straight G, B.
Oh
Paolo was
God!
a G.
What about Jay Burke? You've had the
Burke.
honor of playing.
Yeah, I've had the honor of playing with. Actually, last time I played with Jay Burke was with Jake Solon, and we played at the Links at Hiawatha. Shout out to Matthews Auto
The
Intercollegiate.
squad. Squad.
Might be mistaken, but
We
I'm
were
pretty
making
sure
a comeback
after
with that.
a hard whip out, Jay Burke whipped out the stress ball. Started squeezing that bitch. Nah, but Jay Burke is fun, man.
Friend of the pod. Jay Burke,
Did
friend
he
of the
refer to himself as Justin Scott at all throughout the round?
No.
He's known for screaming that every now and again. He
We-
just
we-
likes to remind us of his name.
We were both. Actually, I think Jake has a story to tell about Jay Burke in Dublin.
pod. No.
Oh, yeah.
Dublin has not been kind to Jay
no.
Burke. Both trips.
Jay Burke learned the hard
Oh,
way
man.
what not to say to Irish people. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. We're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it.
We're walking a thin line on
Yeah,
this pod.
yeah, we are.
People are getting
Oh,
greased
God.
up.
Jay Burke. Yeah. Competitive dude. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Always needs to be the best.
Got
but
you guys
know
out to
what?
the Bears Club, ain't he?
Hey, he's good.
That was
He's good
not
with
on
the
him.
hustle.
Okay.
That was shout out to our boy Jim Hines, pimp, maybe a friend of the pod at some point.
That's
true.
Definitely a friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Fire.
So, Oisin, we on this podcast, we have a lot of friends that play in the area that, we consider ourselves decent golfers. But you brought up a story today.
Oh,
You
man.
grew up with one of your bulls back in the homeland. He's out on the Alps tour shooting 57.
Yeah,
What's it
what's
like
that
to grow
about?
up with a guy like that?
Bro, he either could have been on the long drive tour or he can be on the main tour. I don't know, but that kid is probably the most. I've never seen someone love golf so much. Everything's just golf with him, but nah, he's a really good player. He's crazy. He's a Spotify or SoundCloud DJ. If anyone, I forget his name.
You might have to link to
DJ Dave or
SoundCloud.
something. Yeah, go follow him.
Shout out DJ Dave.
Yeah.
He's a
Friend
a
of the pod.
baller. He is a friend of the pod. But yeah, he's known for the lowest round ever in golf. professional golf anyway, 57.
Yeah.
And he gives me all my golf clubs, so thanks, Dave. Shout out.
Shout out Dave with the clubs.
He's a good man.
Shout out DJ Dave.
DJ Dave.
So you can't go back to Ireland. What have you been doing this whole time?
Bro, I've been doing absolutely nothing. I've been chilling in New Rochelle.
You can do that with the coronavirus right now.
I've been chilling in New Rock, taking in the sights of the natural New Rochelle population, and it is.
Playing that Call of Duty Warzone.
I play under the name Jake Hummel. Just check out his kill death ratio. It's crazy.
Yo, apparently,
KD going
apparently
up.
my KD on Warzone's busting.
Yo, Big Cat was like, "What's going on, dude?"
Big Cat in 1990 was like, yo, I thought you said you didn't have your PlayStation, bro. You just blowing me off? I was like, what? He's like, you already racked up 190 kills on Warzone. What the fuck you talking about?
Nah, I gotta represent, Jake. I know you ain't about that life anymore. You used to be a gamer.
I know I did. I did
No.
when I was about 6 bills.
Dallas Hot Wieners, the Go, Joey B's,
God.
and Monster, and some Cheetos.
I heard Dallas Hot Wieners is a heavy penny for a hot dog.
They charge you like $3.50. It's a slow one. It's a slow trip.
A slow burner. Shout out to Bella's. We got a large pie for 15 bones.
Bussin'?
Bro, 4 slices a piece, bro. That was
Oh,
nice.
dude. Shed some light on the Seaport Deli in Long Island.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
You played Port Jeff?
Yeah.
Friends of the pod, baby. Friends of the pod. Friends of the pod.
You played Port
I
Jeff.
Port Jeff, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Jerry, friend of the pod.
I mean, kid got screwed at the USM qualifier.
Yo, USGA can,
Talk us through. Talk us through.
Especially
Hey.
with the recent
Yeah,
news,
no.
too.
yeah. It's 2 years in a row, bro.
What happened?
USGA straight screwing me. So, you know how the USAM qualifier is 36 holes? You pay 150 grease bones for 36 hole qualifier.
Yep.
So,
That's
roll,
hard-earned cash.
roll up to par. It is. What's up? What's going on?
What's going on?
Friends of the pod.
Everyone's friends.
So, roll up to Port Jeff, playing pretty decent, and you know, I'm scraping it around there, hitting some good shots, make a few birdies, and I birdie 18 to shoot 75.
And they say,
And,
fuck off.
And I'm like, all right, like
T24.
T24. They're taking 24 players in ties for the second round.
25.
25 in ties, and I'm T24. So I roll up. I'm like pretty excited because like I was hitting the ball well, like I wanted to go back out and play. And I get in there. I'm like, hey boss, like, when's my next tee time? He's like, boy, you're cut. And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, I'm like, it's top 25 in ties for the second round. I'm tied 24th. Like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we already sent off 26 players, so we're not sending anybody else out. And I was just like,
Bro,
so
who
because
ran this event?
the MGA.
That's grease.
So I'm like, wait, so you're telling me that because y'all boofed up that I can't go back out and try and shoot 65 and make the USM?
I believe they also sent out a couple 75s earlier.
They sent out a couple of 75s earlier. You heard it here.
I'm mad.
So Port Jeff can.
How mad were you?
I was so tight because
I mean, were you though? Because I've seen you type, but like,
like I wasn't tight.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like laughed it off and we got
Yeah.
like some Seaport or
Yeah,
something.
kid pounded about
10 pounds at the
Comfort
Strami.
food.
Yeah.
He started dreaming about being 4 bills again.
We just talked about it for like 2 days and I was just like heated and I was like, well, this is stupid. Like I'm not paying $150, but because it was like 3 hours away. Like Long Island's kind of deep. It's just
the traffic, grease.
yeah, but like I had to leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So
I just thought of something fucking funny.
oh god.
When we played in the State Open. All right, so we play in the State. We play in the State Open. Jake caddies for me, and I'm like, "Yo, Jake, I can't. Like, I'm broke as fuck. Can't give you money, but what I can do is I got an extra bed in the hotel. I'm like, you could stay there, and like we could just make a sick weekend out of it as long as you got nothing to do, and I'll pay for your food." He was like, "Yeah, perfect." So we get done with the round, and in the nick of time too, because the radar goes straight purple on him. Like it's like legitimately downpouring.
Death.
I take a shower, I come back, and Jake's like putting his shoes on. I'm like, B, where are you going? He opens the door, and it's just God is just pissing on the world, and he's like. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta go have dinner at my girlfriend's uncle's house.
No.
So this boy drives literally, bro. Bethpage has to be what, 3 bones from here? It's got to be a hot 3 hours. He goes hot 3 hours. Then he goes another hot 3 hours to meet me. But he picks up my girlfriend at the Woodbury Commons.
Yep.
And they bumped ski mask. The slump got on.
Hey! That's loyalty, though, Jake.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
Loyalty.
yeah,
any
you got
girl's
to-
looking for a man who's willing to make the sacrifice. You're looking at him right now. That's funny though.
More of a 36-hole a day kind of guy, but these things happen. No,
Yeah,
good times though.
so you guys straight up stole a green from Quaker Ridge and threw it in the rock.
Yeah. Yo, bro, every day the greenkeeper guy be coming up with sod from Wingfoot.
Yeah, bro.
Like, he just shows up. Shout out Mike, though. He's definitely...
Yo, like I do be gassing up like the chipping green sometimes, but like when I say we have Quaker Ridge sand and Quaker Ridge like putting green and sod and like mowers and shit from Wingfoot, like I'm not actually capping. Like all those things exist.
That's true.
Wait,
own a
is it like
college in
pure
New-
though?
Yeah.
Dumb
It's crazy.
Where is it? Like in the middle of the hood? Like they just threw
No,
it?
it's on a campus.
Yeah, it's on campus.
Yeah.
How far can you hit a shot at? Like,
Oh,
Well,
you can make shots.
If
can
you're
make
Oisin
shots.
Devereux, you could hit it from like 150 in the middle of the
Yeah.
soccer field. Oh
Yeah.
It's so greased, bro. I don't even know what that shot looks like.
Yo, it's like...
You gotta
it's
hit a
like
hook
100
wedge.
No,
No,
it's like 120
no.
yards from the middle of the field, up a hill. There's trees, everything. Because this thing's hidden. Like, you can't really see it from campus. And, like, I run down onto the field one day because, like, the athletic director's office all there. I don't want to be seen. I drop a ball. And our field, there's, like, a 10-foot high wall on it. And all I'm thinking is, man, if I bone this, it's hitting the wall and going into our student union, just breaking everything. Or there's, like, people who walk by. I'm just like, everything can go wrong. Like, you could shank it, kill someone, but, like...
Yep.
I had a fizzy nipper in.
Dude.
It was
You could have
good.
hit the Beavige's shank.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
Beavage.
Blake Fontes.
Yeah.
He's been known to hit a few buildings around campus with
Talk
golf balls.
about some of the wedge practice that you guys used to have on the field in the middle of the campus.
Yeah.
How did that used to go?
Yeah, that never went well. We used
yeah,
to
that's not good.
we used to stand in the corner of the field on Mazzella, and we used to put like pins out, and we put down a mat, and we would hit these like just 60, 70-yard shots.
Yeah.
But we had 2 dudes on the team, Blake and Niall, who just managed to miss the whole field multiple times every day. And this is a big field. It's like, what, 70 yards by 120 yards?
It's massive.
But like they hit cars, they hit people, they hit buildings. You name it, they hit it, except the field. It was crazy. It was a health hazard.
how about that video you sent me of the guy taking out the mirror in your team room?
Oh,
Oh God. Shout out
Oh,
Ian.
Ian Tor.
Oh
what
my
a
God,
boy.
dude, that was like the first day we tried to hit inside.
Bro, he
He
had a
was shook.
steamy chicken stick.
It was like,
Bro,
oh, dude.
they were expensive mirrors.
All right,
too.
hang on. Before we tell this story, I'm swinging it back to Paolo Matti because he's
Shout
an
out P-Man.
absolute clown, ass clown. So, all right, whatever. So I'm talking to Coach Burke, and I get like Wagner's like, nah, we ain't giving you money. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to go to Iona. I hit up Sean Burke. I'm like, hey, whatever. We talk about like walking on, and he's like, yeah, you have a spot when you get here. Okay. So I get there, full-fledged 4-month tryout, which is cool. I'm down. I'm whatever it is to
still
make
on
the
the
team.
tryout,
I'm with
bro.
it. Yeah, I'm probably, I don't know. Might still be on the tryout. I'm down. I'm game. Whatever it is to make the team, I'll do it. So I walk into the first team meeting ever, freshman year of college, and there's about 10 chairs set up in a circle, a whiteboard, and about a 5'4", 230-pound Asian kid sitting there.
A what?
A 5'4", 230-pound Asian kid.
Oh God.
And I'm like, are you Paolo Matti? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm just like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, my name's Jake. And he's so like confused and like phased. And we have like a few minutes awkward silence. And he just turns and looks at me while I'm on my phone. He goes, Jake? And I was like, yeah, Paolo? He goes, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm here for the golf meeting. He's like, who are you?
Bro, no one told us. We arrived.
I'm like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
And he's like, Nah, dude, like, I have no idea who you are.
Bro, we roll up. That was our first meeting of the year. Just kind of like.
knew.
So Burke,
Get into
Coach
it.
Burke never told
He
anybody.
never told him. We
Never.
arrive in.
Mysterious
This
guy.
dude's sitting here, and we get like tryouts every year. Who like some of them are cool, some of them are weird, and like we walk in and see this like 6'1" dude just chilling there in his typical sweats and like
Straight
Nikes.
clown.
Yeah, we're just like, who is this kid? And he's like, hi, I'm Jake. And we're like, oh yeah, he's all right. But eventually we got to know him, and the kid's a clown, an absolute goon.
It's a straight grease
I
ball.
know, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
I wish we could tell some more stories that were friendly to the pod.
Well, I was thinking, you guys have a team room,
Do we?
like, well, not a team, like where you hit balls, you hit balls,
You
and
seen
like.
it?
we share it with the.
Well,
With
no,
everyone,
I'm gonna
with
get to my.
everyone.
So like you hit balls in like a pickleball court or something.
It's like a
A
dance
dance
studio.
studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
dance studio.
So when I was at
Got
St.
those speakers,
Peter's,
though.
you literally we had this room in like the upstairs of the gym, and the door was like made for hobbits or something. This shit was like this.
It was
So
made for crit Sarah.
you had to be crit size, or you had to go like this to get under it. So we get in. I have so many funny stories, but one time me and Stanley are doing a shout out Stanley Garrett.
Yeah,
You know,
shout out Kobe, friend of the pod.
we're doing a chipping contest, and I talk a lot of shit. So we were like trying to chip it into like this bucket or something. So I was like banging it off the walls, and I was like, hey, let's see who could get to 5 first. And then I was like, hey, let's see who could get 10 first. And I kept hitting it in, and he couldn't do it for shit. Well, he just ends up having a complete enough of it, and he says, like, if you know Stanley, like what's Stanley like before I say this part?
Not serious at all. He laughs at everything.
Pretty silent kid.
Very silent.
Fuck this! Takes his wedge and okay, so the walls. I should preface this with the walls are literally straight like concrete walls, and he goes, boom, hits this, blades it as hard as he can. Bang, 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 bang. Like I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden he throws his wedge against the wall, boom, and it's like going all over the place. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? And he just walks out of the door and slams the door. And he's my roommate, and I pulled up. Like 20 minutes later, I was like, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good.
That reminds me of Jake a little bit. You were there that day. One day we were in the lift. We all get out and we drive to lift, so we're walking into the garage, and there's 2 cars. He knows what I'm about to say.
Oh, no.
And I don't know, the garage is like tight, I guess, but Jake hops into his car with like, how many, 3 or 4 of you? And he whips it.
Oh, yeah.
Straight into one of
His
the yellow
paper
poles.
cut that he referenced in one of the earlier pods.
On his car.
You blew the hood off your
He
car?
ripped the front
tore
end.
it off. Like, tore it.
Skeeved the bumper right off the whip.
Bro, when's that whip gonna die?
Nah.
Nah.
Never.
Nah.
She's got life in her.
Yeah, she also has like actual life in her. You haven't cleaned that shit out in like 4 years. There's like fucking moss in the backseat.
No, there's just old scorecards from when I shot like 84.
Yeah, we.
Side mirrors still taped on.
Yo, that car is taking it. That car is abused, bro. Like, if that car was a girl, she'd be in an abusive relationship.
Shout out my grandpa. I feel bad. He took care of that thing for 13 years, and
You came in and just blew its feet off.
Well, shout out Baby K, because his dad was the first one that hit it, because I parked in his driveway, and his dad, Big Dougie K, friend of the pod, takes his work truck and just goes, and all we're sitting on the second tee getting some practice in, and all I hear is like the sound of cars hitting cars.
No.
And I look over, and he's like, when did you park your car here? And I'm like, what? There's like, the whole back end is just mushed in. The mirrors are shattered. The windows are shattered. And he just looks at it, and he's like, could probably get this fixed. Oh, my God.
You,
Dude, good times.
you and Paolo got similar car stories, though. I mean, Paolo's been known in New Rochelle to almost run over schoolgirls every now and again. Jake Hommel today in Kingston almost ran over some dude just out for a nice walk. Crazy stuff.
Just
Paolo had to
fucking
parallel park on the road, and he's hit probably about a dozen cars, and then skirted off and parked in another spot.
What a guy.
Not a great driver.
He's just getting thrown under the bus.
One thing I miss about Max was like the Mac Championship. A lot of clown shit goes down. You guys got any good Mac Championship stories?
Apparently, well, I mean, yeah, the Mac just doesn't really follow rules, you know. It's just kind of more they go with the flow and they want everybody to be like having fun. But I don't know. Last year, second round, we're competing with St. Jeter's, and you know, I wasn't. Justin Berkhammer was playing, you know, with who was it? Hillary Summer.
Yeah.
That what we're calling her.
Yeah.
He's playing with her, and I don't know. We come in, he signs the card. He was in the last group, and we're sitting there talking, and he pulls up golf stat, and he's like, "Boys, Hillary's scorecard's wrong." So we just assumed it was a mistake. Coach brought it up to the other coach, and then they went to the office. They talked about it, tried to get it changed, and according to the MAC, it's not a you can't get disqualified for cheating, basically. I don't know if that's how it went down. But
they basically just took his word for it, is what you're saying?
They took the word of Hillary over the word of everyone else who saw Hillary make a 6.
Yeah, they looked Hillary in her eyes and said, "Hillary, did you make 5 there?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yes, I made 5." And they were just like, "That's it. It's over. No worries. You made 5. Hey, tell these people to shut up."
I know.
Is that kind of what happened?
I
wasn't there, but
that is pretty much how it went down, and you know it was so badly handled. But you know what would have been worse is that if they went on to win, that would have been worse. Cause like the other team who played, I think it was Jake Solomon played with them too, and you know the Ryder guys after we won were very nice. They were like, "Well done," like that sort of stuff kind of haunts them. But I feel bad for Hillary's teammates because I love the rest of the St. Jeter's boys. I think they're all cool. And I just felt bad that that's kind of what a lot of people on my team anyway will remember them for, you know.
You big Jeff Peters fan?
Jeff Peters is my boy.
Shout out to Fortnite God.
Yeah. He's a sponsored gamer now. He's a professional gamer, yeah. He might retire from golf soon, pull a baby K and quit.
The
links
Jeff,
at Union Vale has served him no longer.
Yeah. College Hill is
Jeff might give less
one.
of a shit than I do on the golf course,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. We played all 3 rounds with each other last year, and you know Jeff saw me implode on 18, which was good. But nah, if I was to lose to someone, Jeffrey, absolutely, he's a good dude.
I've never seen someone not care as much as he does.
Bro, I don't
the
even think he
FDR
was
killer.
winning. I think it was his coach who had to like tell him he was in the lead or something. I think he was just kind of chilling.
Yeah, and he
you know?
just gets hot, dude.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
He makes skirties. He makes them quick.
He does.
I remember we were playing at Powelton, and his lie is like in 8 inches of rough. And he like just steps up to it, and I just see him take a hack at it, and the ball just dribbles like this. And he starts laughing, and I go, "What happened, Jeff?" And he goes, "I tried to hit a 3-iron out of it." Bro, he's like in the lead. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's a MAC champ. He's a 2-time MAC champ.
Hey,
You're a MAC champ too, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh shit, we got
Yes.
4 MAC champions at the table.
Mac champion.
That's crazy.
We it was a cool story, man. We were 7 strokes back, and we were playing Sienna,
Yeah.
and we just got hot at the last final stretch. Our last 3 guys just started
Came in
eating.
clutch.
Yeah, we started eating, and then the ride home, man, with the Mac Trophy is
So
a
fun.
special
It's
one.
crazy.
Then you go watch on Golf Channel, see where you're gonna get placed for regionals.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Austin, Texas.
Shit.
Yeah, and I fired 71 the first round, and I was like,
Pumped.
and then
I got a similar start.
The
Well, we got
wheels
loads of similar stories
spun
on the
up.
team about
Yeah.
that. Last year,
someone took it deep, right, on your team.
Justin Berkhammer took 64 2 years ago
At
Raleigh.
Washington?
No, I shot 67 at Washington.
That's
then
grease.
popped out a nice 77 the next day. Started off with a triple on my first hole.
Yep.
Shit the bed, but nah, Justin took it. He was tied with Doug Gim
That's grease.
after the first round in Raleigh, bro.
He was talking about
How was the courses you guys
scholarship
played?
opportunities.
Yeah,
That he couldn't turn down.
I don't know which one I preferred more. They
They
were
were-
so
they were
they were
good.
so different.
Yeah, dude,
Like-
Texas's course was fucking grease. This shit was
So
7,600
hard.
yards.
I think all the
So
regionals
hard.
were like that.
So
Crazy.
so hard, and yeah, it was fire though.
We played one hole in Raleigh 2 years ago that was like supposed to be a par 5 for the members. What, number 3?
They did that both times.
Yeah, so
They changed
number
par
one's
fives into par 4s.
Number 1 was like this easy par 5, pretty straightforward. 2 was like 255 par 3. 3 was like 515 par 4, dogleg left over water, like just
It's grease.
dead left and right. So like I don't know. They're some of the harder courses I've played in my time.
That's,
Yeah, and everyone tore it up.
Yeah,
I
except
know.
us.
It's
like-
well, like
except
the
us.
first round, like there wasn't anything low, but then like people just woke up the next day
I
and was
know.
like, "Yo,
Yeah.
check this."
I think
Six-
Doug
I mean-
Gim shot like 18 under.
Nick Voke, when I was there, the final round, I was like, I told Nick Dilly, I was like, man, like I'm not playing great today, but like I think there's a low number out there. And he was like, oh, you think that? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, because Nick Voke just shot 61. I was like, God, my
You know how
God.
depressing it is being at regionals and not them shooting those scores. It's when you're standing. We had this last year at Washington. The airport's right beside the golf course, a little small airport, and I'm standing on 17T. Private jet goes over, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Another private jet goes over, South Carolina.
What's
You're just
Iona
like,
flying in these days?
JetBlue.
Yeah.
JetBlue. That's our private jet.
Aer Lingus.
Aer Lingus. Shout out Spirit.
Shout out to the homeboys.
Yep. Oh man. All right. Elephant in the room.
Oh no.
What's up with Nacho and Justin?
Yo, they are the bestest friends I've ever met.
Yeah.
Or I've ever seen.
They lovers?
Yo, Jake, I'm keen.
I know those are bussin'. Shout out.
Yeah, for those Weathens, if you're a friend of the pod, Hommida just roasted the tomato and basil box
Pounded them.
in celebratory of his
Payday.
hole-in-one today.
Hole in one today, yeah. Shout out again.
Yo, he made $50 today. Gotta buy us drinks for that hole-in-one bowl.
Yeah, I got you.
What do you
Pull up to the deli more. Put you
What are you
on.
spending that $50 on? I know that's a lot of cheese for a guy like you.
That is a lot of cheese for a guy like me. Broke boy days. You know what? Putting it to
A good cause.
You know, I owe Matt about $150 for irons that I sold him that I took back so I could
Yeah.
play them again.
Some
You
broken
sell
irons.
irons for $150?
Bro,
I'm.
you'll do desperate things when you need money. Alright?
I mean, hey.
I've been thinking about selling irons, but I don't know what they.
I didn't need them. I bought irons off of our old teammate Blake, so I was like, I could
Shout
use.
out Blake.
We could use. Yeah, shout out Blake, friend of the pod. We could use some extra money here, so sold them to Matt. He was selling eBay things. He was doing big eBay things. So
Big eBay guy.
Entrepreneur.
yeah, entrepreneur.
Scraps Pro Shop.
Scraps Pro Shop.
Hit him up.
Hit him up. Discount golf equip. Friend of the pod. So sold them and took them back. Never gave him the money for it. So probably gonna skeeve $50 over to him and then get another 100.
Somewhere.
Stacking, racking, money never lacking.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's good times.
So there's potential we go play TWAF skills soon. That's gonna be
God.
grease.
Grease match with Uncle Jeffy and A Defo the
And
pro.
The Defo.
That'd be solid.
Take it low, Defo.
Yep.
No, that's grease. But what are you guys doing to stay busy in quarantine?
Just been working. Just finished school, so playing golf and working basically.
Yeah.
Not much else to do.
Playing Warzone on Jake Hummel's account.
Absolutely.
What you been eating these days?
Chicken over rice. Shout out my man Mo.
Yeah,
Deli
shout out
Mart.
Deli Mart.
He's good. Good dude.
No, he's been putting you
Dunkin'
on.
Donuts, medium iced coffee. Shout out to my girl in Dunkin'. I don't know her name, but
It's not good.
How's your actual girl these days?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the situation
ooh.
going?
What's that like?
It's a
I don't-
developing situation. It
it's-
doesn't need to
Yeah.
I think I did the biggest double take this morning when I walked into his room. But
Yo, Waves, you sleeping?
Yeah, that's happened before too.
Yeah.
Scrap has a thing with walking in and me in bed with a girl.
I mean, I
Let's go
knock
with that.
first. It's just like
You knock and then 2 seconds. You don't give any time to be like, yo, Scrap.
It was
I'm
like
busy.
the Rock double take eye. It was like
Nah, so
Yeah.
so the first time we walked in was the morning we were playing Wagner.
well, we were leaving
round
in
one.
2 minutes.
Yeah, we
for
were
the
leaving.
band.
It's like
I had to
six-
make
it's-
sure you were up.
It's 6:57 in the morning, and I hope Coach Burke ain't listening to this, but we played the practice round.
No.
We played the practice round on the
might have to
Saturday.
link his Instagram.
We played a practice round on the Saturday, then went out that Saturday night before round one, because we thought there was going to be a weather delay, which there ended up being, but the next morning we were leaving at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or something like that. Scrap walks in 3 minutes before we're supposed to leave, and I'm just clapping sheep on the night before. And he
Might
couldn't
have
see
to cut
the light.
I got that.
Just beep all that out. But yeah.
I got you.
But Scrap just said the famous words, "Yo, Waves, you sleeping?"
Nope. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Iona's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Motherfuckers are crazy.
I don't know. We had some crazy nights in Ireland. Though, Jay.
we were brought up by Paolo Matti, bro. He
Yeah.
showed us the
Yeah.
way.
Paolo
He
Matti.
paved the way.
I've never
so.
seen a kid be so good at hungover golf. You know, he has to be top 10 in the nation with that, because I can't swing when I'm hungover. Paolo Matti would show up to 8 a.m. workouts, and he would sweat out alcohol.
Yo, talk about a dude that sweats. Yo.
Yo,
This dude
hold
sweats.
on. You want
His
to talk?
Kristaps Porzingis t-shirt jersey was just drenched.
No, it's Jeremy Lin, New York Knicks one, bro.
Yo.
Nah. We got to talk about something, though. I don't know if you noticed about my man, but we will work out at 3 p.m., finish workouts, go shower in the locker rooms. Jake will put on the same sweaty-ass socks that he worked out in and underwear and go chill. And he thinks that's okay. Like, when I asked him, he looked at me as if I was asking something weird.
Bro. Look at his kneecap.
Yo, sometimes you just don't got time.
Yeah, I straight up was like, "Yo, homie, you drop a mocha latte on your knee?" And he was like, "Nah, these pants were from last night. I got them dirty and I just put them back on again."
To be fair, all my clothes are in my dorm room at Iona College. in
That's
New
fair.
Rochelle.
That's fair.
And I have 3 pairs of pants, one of which is in the wash, the other of which are on my cheeks right now, and the third of which is a pair of white pants that I don't be dropping out at the wick. So,
Bro, I was thinking about bringing some white pants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I was-
are about the white pant life, though.
I mean, we busted up the white pants at
I'm thinking about that picture where you.
no, the
Port Marnock.
Port Marnock, yeah. Talk about
Marnock.
ball tray though. What was ball tray like?
Yo.
For those of
Me
you
and
that
my
don't
mom-
know, me and Waves, aka Oisin Devereux, went 2-0 at the UCD
Four
double
ball.
matches, 4-ball matches.
Yo, ball tray. So, you know, it's a tough course, but we were, I don't know what we were, 2 down through 11. We were hacking it.
we were
playing
getting
so
molested.
bad. We were not hitting it well. I don't know what the problem was, but we got to 16. We win to go back to 1 down.
Yep.
17. We win to go back to all square.
Yep.
And then Jakey Hummel, par 5, 18th. I
The
knock it on
pinnacle
in
of
two.
his career.
I
Could've
knock it
been.
on in 2. I free him up. He's like 30, 40 yards away on this really tight ass lie to like a back left pin. He hits the fizziest nipper I've ever seen. To about that. They miss for birdie. We walk off that green 1 up, winning.
Wow.
No idea.
Skin.
It was game.
Slapped it up to Wang Lang.
Yeah.
The third leg length.
My boy walked off that green like this. He couldn't hide.
Bro, I was hobbling off that.
Yeah, he couldn't hide.
I looked at the lads from Ireland. I said,
They were so tight, yo, and they were so trying not to be tight, but you could
Yeah.
see they were so tight.
"Yo, their skin fades were getting a little longer by the minute."
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what you think about Ireland though, like Dublin.
Yo, we had a good time, man. Those courses were fire.
Nah. I'm talking about what you think about the McDonald's at 3:30 in the morning when we had to be up at 7 to go catch a flight.
That was good times.
Yeah.
That was very good times. Until we had to carry Justin Burkhammer into a cab. But
How
Well,
rough was
I
the
mean,
flight the next
What was
day?
your guys' traveling situation? Yeah, exactly.
What was
you
it?
said.
Well, he wouldn't wake up until we poured water on him.
well,
that was the traveling
so
situation.
it was like Greece. So Justin was like, "Here, like take one of these like melatonins or whatever to help you go to sleep." I'm like, "All right." So it's like 7 a.m.
You popped the Xanny?
Take a melatonin, and all of a sudden it's what, like an 8-hour flight.
It's like a 7-hour flight. You crash for the whole flight. You
I
just don't.
I don't think
you
I got
eat.
12 seconds of sleep on this flight.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I got back and it was ridiculous. I didn't sleep at all.
Oh, the way back or the way there?
The way back. Oh, I
The way back.
cashed out on the way there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. No, the way back though. How rough is that flight being hungover? Yo, when you're cramped into that middle seat and you're 8.5 hours on a plane
Oh my
eating
God.
bread and
Grease.
stuff, and you have to
Sounds
like
horrendous.
you get
yeah.
them after
I
night
hate
out
those long
shits,
flights. I
and you have to
hate
go
long
into a
flights.
small cubicle in an airplane, and it's just you're wiping your ass with cardboard. I've had too many of those.
How is the traveling situation overall though? Like, did you guys take a lot of red eyes, or was that just my team?
Well, no.
Uh,
Wait.
I can't speak on
He
that.
said, He said
Our coach-
6 man.
Our coach
Shout out
likes
Lou
to
Will.
book flights where we almost miss them every time. And
Daytona
his
this
kids'
year?
bags get lost like half the time.
So last year we're going down to Daytona. It's always Daytona too. We're going down to Daytona. Our flight's leaving from JFK at like 10 a.m. Coach Burke, shout out Coach, by the way, decides to get to the airport at about 9:10. We have golf bags to check in. Apparently mine just never made it to the plane in time, so I didn't get a practice round at Daytona last year. This year, we finished the second round at about 2 p.m. And
Yeah.
Daytona's like an hour drive from Orlando. We're
Yeah.
flying out of Orlando
5 o'clock flight.
at 5 o'clock. We get to the airport at about 4:10, 4:15. And we were lucky we only had 3 of us because that's when everything got shut down. But like, our traveling situation is like,
Yeah, we definitely would have messed that flight if we had the full team.
yeah.
That's
We
crazy.
live by just don't get to the airport in time.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. When you travel so much, it just after a while you're bound to like get fucked over.
Yeah.
You ever
And
lost your bag?
No, not lost a bag, but we have this crazy story where we pull up to Florida and we're coming back. Perfectly sunny outside, 85 degrees.
Yeah.
Roll up, 3 p.m. We're like, hey, we're here to check in for our flight at 5. Sir, that's canceled.
What?
So we're like, why? I don't know. Okay, so what's the deal here? Well, the best we could do is land you in O'Hare in Chicago.
Yo, no.
So we're like, what? She's like, yeah, that's the best we could do. And how's 10 p.m. sound for you? So I'm like, oh shit. So we end up just diddling ourselves in the airport until like 9:50, and we get on this plane to O'Hare, Chicago, which for those of you who suck at geography, it's nowhere close to Binghamton, New York.
Nope.
So we land in O'Hare at midnight or maybe later, 12:30, and we get out. And so what do we do now? Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get you a voucher for a hotel. Your flight the next day is at 7 a.m. Okay, that sounds easy enough. So we go in the elevator, and Nacho's texting on his phone. Actually, Nacho broke his phone, so he was texting on Tom's phone. And the crack in the elevator is about this thick,
No.
which means that could happen.
No.
So my boy said, boom. We end up having to call the janitor, unlocking the elevator, trying to find the phone. It's broken. Oh my God. Dude, we didn't get to our hotel until 3:30
For a 7 a.m. flight?
for a 7 a.m. flight
That's good.
to
times.
go back
What
to
you do,
Binghamton.
take a 20-minute nap?
Took a 20-minute nap, went back to the airport, back to Binghamton, and then when you get to Binghamton, you still have to drive
Yeah,
because
where
we
you
fly
fly
in
into?
Newark, New
No.
Jersey.
Shout out Paolo.
Boy, that's a 3-hour drive. It's Grease City.
Jesus.
No, it's crazy.
You want a story about broken phones? Bucknell practice round 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
Shout out Paolo Matti again. We're playing a practice round, and I don't know about you, but we don't like usually take practice rounds this seriously. But like, I don't know. Paolo hits this, misses the par 3 16th green in the bunker, and like hacks out to like 10 feet. Not a bad shot, very acceptable.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. Actually, like, good. And we're like messing around, and Paolo turns around, screams, and hits his golf bag as hard as he can with his club.
He went
Golf
full
bag
Garanto
falls.
man mode.
He stands there for a second.
Pulls
and
out
goes,
his phone.
Oh,
it's
no.
in the shape of a C.
It's just smashed. It's just,
Oh,
and our
man.
coach sat on the ground crying, laughing for about 5 minutes at him. That is,
Oh,
we have
how-
too many stories.
How is
about
he gonna
that kid.
text biddies?
Oh God!
Yo.
Shout out K Dorimo. All right, a term we haven't brought up on this podcast yet.
Oh no.
The
homie.
boy. No, it has nothing to do with the homie. So you guys help bring it back to my mind today. It's a term that I haven't used in a while.
Oh God.
Michael Jackson hands.
Mikey.
Define what it means to be
I have a video that I
Mikey.
can define it, but a video is basically Jake Hummel, 18 at ball tray, like fizzy nipper in there too about that. It's just when you like have the hands of a priest, like they're so soft.
Shout out Catholicism.
You know what I mean, though? It's like Michael Jackson, you know? You got soft hands.
Yeah.
Shout out the Neverland Ranch.
You just got them soft hands, you know?
buddy.
That's where the term, I don't know where the term comes from. It just comes from
wait.
us being stupid, I guess.
Before we end this, I have to address what you did on 14 today in the second round.
13?
No, right here. Yeah, 13. Yeah, bro, you had 50 yards.
Yeah.
No, it happens.
No, that doesn't happen, bro.
Some days you just like don't be having like I don't know. There's no explanation for it. You try and throw a low nipper in there, and sometimes you just catch it a few grooves low.
A few grooves, bro. How about we called them out because my boy in the other hole, I don't even remember what hole this was.
Hole number 4.
Four.
Yeah.
He
Knocked him.
gasses it over the green, and we were like, "What the fuck was that?" And he looks at us and he goes, "I was trying to flight it, bro." And we were like, "What?"
Bro, it's the opportunity cost of hitting a hot nipper. You can't. What? Like I said, I've said this on podcasts before. You can't try and just hit a good wedge shot. Always got to get in there, get a little steep, and just nip it.
Yeah, but that's like...
Nip it.
You missed the grooves by like 10 feet.
Yeah. but like, sometimes that just happens.
It was like you hit a foot. Thing just went...
I mean, I
got my fair share of them.
I got up and down. I got Mikey hands.
I've had the chipping horrors.
Yeah,
You've all seen
yeah,
it.
I do.
You've all seen
it.
We got a good story about you, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh my god.
What's the deal with the alignment sticks on the 5-yard chips?
Bro, my dude was this is how the story how I remember. He was like even or 1 over or something respectable. And he pulls up to this hole is grease. What hole is that?
Wait, who are you talking
Which
about?
Oisin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's seen me. I've seen him.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. What?
Which hole? At Lehigh?
Yeah. No. Saucon Valley. It's fuck.
This
Right.
year?
It's 12. It's 12.
Par 4?
Par 4.
Short, like little...
Very
dot.
short, and the
Dogleg,
fucking
right?
the front
Yeah,
of the green is
the
like
front's just
this.
non-existent. Yo, I know.
Yeah.
So I had about 8 putts in that hole.
Dude, that shit is very, very greasy. Like the slope on the front of the green's like this, but then they put the pin like right here, and then it goes flat, but then it goes up again.
They shaved the front of that green.
You have like a 5-yard. You have a 5-yard landing area, and he hits a greasy nipper, and obviously it spins back and rolls down. So then this is when he decides, okay, I'm gonna chip this.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. It was a chunk.
Yeah, straight
chunky
chunk.
monkey.
It was deceleration.
So then
at
he
its
was like,
max.
Okay.
I'm gonna chip it again. So then Coach Bert comes over to see what the big fuss is about, and he's like, "Hey kid, why don't you putt this?" And he was like, "Sure." I thought it was Groundhog Day. My boy was like,
Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
"What'd you
about
make
that?
on that hole?"
An 8. I went to start that
boy.
9. That's 12. I went birdie, quad, birdie, par, birdie to be even through 5.
Grease. That
Bro,
sounds like
I
a
made
Jake Hummel
quad-
scorecard.
I made quad in that hole and lost the tourney by 1.
Jesus.
You said you had a story about me. You said?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know. I
But
don't
this
even
wasn't
know.
this wasn't like when you're playing. This was you were grinding on the practice green at Lehigh with 2 alignment sticks, and it wasn't going well.
Oh
It
no!
wasn't going well.
Oh no, that sounds very familiar.
we were chilling in the van, and you were right there.
Oh yeah.
And you were just like mashing these
no.
alignment sticks on the 5 yards.
That's mad funny because I was having a mental breakdown that day. I was working on a swing change, and I told my coach, I was like, it's just gonna be like this round is straight masochism. Like I'm just gonna go out there and I know I'm gonna shoot 85, and I shot a blundering fucking 86 or some shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it just blew my feet off and was at the chipping green grinding for no reason.
Jinx.
Did it help at all? That was the last tournament I ever played in college.
Jesus
That was your last tournament? Was Lehigh?
Oh yeah.
Was that what? We played 2 more after
played
Lehigh.
2 in the spring.
No, did we play? Lehigh wasn't our last one in the fall though.
No, we had
I'm wearing
Wagner
shades so they
after, I
can't
think.
see my tears.
That's crazy. How many tournaments did you play total this year?
We play
5?
6 and 5.
Yeah.
6 in the fall and 5 in the.
Dude, I want to go back to this Coach Burke topic because not that I have many tournament Coach Burke interactions, but at Fenway, my first hole is a shotgun start on a rainy day. Start on number 18.
A grim day.
Yeah, it was a grim day, a little rainy, and started off hot, blocked the drive almost out of bounds, and then I try and cut one up under the trees and get a wedge in my hand, and it hit a tree and came down about 30 feet in front of me. And then, at that point, I'm like, I got to hit the green in 3. I'm going for these greens and reg today. I got about 230 over a tree that's probably that size from about that tree.
They can't see that.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you guys.
Okay.
Big tree, and it's about 40 yards in front of me. I'm like, I could get 4-iron over that.
Bull did not get 4-iron.
I hit 4-iron. It goes directly into the tree, kicks 60 yards left out of bounds. And this is my first ever stroke play tournament as a college golfer.
On his first ever hole.
First hole. So I rip another one. It goes in the same spot, but kicks the other way. So at this point, Sean Burke comes over.
See what the big fuss is about.
He didn't know there was a big fight. He just saw me in the rough chipping. So I chip up to like 10 feet, and I nail a putt, and I probably walked it in. And so I make this 10
Because
footer.
we
I step
usually
it in.
walk in fucking triple bogeys.
Yeah, so I step it in. He comes over, and he's like, good putt. What'd you make? I was like, 9. And then a little bit later in the round, he watched me for like 5 or 6 holes. We get to number 4 at Fenway. It's a little par 3, and it's playing into the teeth.
Yeah, but where the pin was
tough.
it's like tucked back right where like
What hole?
4, the little par 3.
Over the green is just like
Death.
You might as well go to Timbuktu and look for the ball. Like it's just done.
So
Bro, 10 is grease.
Oh God! All right, hang on. But it's like 140 yards, dead into the teeth, and he's like going over the shot with me, and I already know in the back of the head what I'm gonna hit. And he goes,
Slinger.
"What are you gonna do? Like grab an extra club, fly it down a little bit?" And I just look at him, I go, "Yeah." I grab 9-iron, aim it out like just off the left side of the green, hit like a absolute sky hook 9-iron that starts 30 yards left of my line and just goes, yee! And the wind takes it back to 2 feet. And he
That's
just looks
grease.
at me and he goes, that wasn't a knockdown.
That is grease.
Oh my God.
Fenway's a tough place. Though.
We've been spitting about Fenway a bit. It's a grease
They're friends of
trap.
the pod. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Hole
underrated.
2 is ridiculous there. The
grease.
par 3.
What?
Hole 2? Nah,
No.
2's par 4.
No, what's...
11.
Oh, so we played on the back 9 that one time.
Yeah, 11 like uphill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hole
Yeah.
11 is like that. So I was talking about hole 1 is just grease. There.
Hole 1's the drivable hole.
Yeah, hole 10's hard.
Hole 10 is the little dog like.
Yeah, yeah. I guess my numbers are off. Maybe they've...
Yeah.
but no, that par 3 is gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a certified birdie there. Chipped in there.
Justin Berkhammer played off the wrong tee on that hole in the stroke play event. Hate to say it.
Didn't get disqualified.
Didn't get
God.
disqualified, but Mac must have been running it, bro. It's
Wow.
okay.
Nah, St. John's is running it.
Shout out Jerry.
Yeah, shout out Jerry, friend of the pod.
Any concluders?
What'd you guys think? You guys have fun today? Good times?
Oh, yeah.
Joe B's was slapping.
I just got a bacon, egg, and cheese, but it hit.
I mean,
I'm gonna lie.
Joe B's
It
was good.
you got that prod?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What'd you get?
I got the
The
D,
bitch boy
I
rap.
got a D right rap.
He said, "Hi, can I take a gluten-free wrap?
I texted Skiv.
I'm vegan."
I texted Skiv. I say, "What's your mistress recommend from Joe Bizzles?" Oh God.
I thought Joe B's was his nickname for it. You know the way Jake talks.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think when I'd roll up it would be called Joe B's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B-E-E. Z.
We're working on a new language at this point. I think
Jade?
once we're 50 episodes in this pod, we're gonna have a new language.
Yeah.
The people are gonna be
once
saying
we're one
Greece.
season deep into stick talk.
Oh God. God.
Wow.
Nah, this podcast has been great, and I'm so happy we're getting so many new guests, and we're getting them out to the WIC, and we're playing a couple of dew sweepers.
Dew sweepers.
Shit's fire, B.
Yep.
All right, so long, motherfuckers.